Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. This is video number 37. In this video, we're going to see the last member of the forecasting family, which is forecasting.ets. This formula will help you to predict the future numbers when your business is seasonal in nature. Without much ado, let's get into the Excel screen and let's start exploring about this formula. All right, we are finally in to visit the last member of the family in the forecasting. So last time in the video number 36, I told you that we're going to talk about a very interesting member of the forecasting, which is forecast.ets. Why this is very interesting is there are two ways to use this formula. One, they have given you inbuilt tool which is already using this in your number, or you can use this as a normal formula like you used your Linus, the growth, the trend, the forecast. So the same way you can also use this formula. But first, to give you the clarity, remember that this formula should be thought about only when your numbers have a seasonal in nature. If your business is a seasonality business, then yes, you can definitely go for this. And the best part, Excel can even guess or find the seasonality in your numbers without you have to check it out manually through a chart. And that's a beautiful part. Okay, and the best part, you can decide how long you want to predict as well. And I'm so excited to see that on the tool. Let's go ahead and find it out in Excel. All right, this is Excel file I'm going to use for this video. So I have almost here 34 months of data, and I want to predict for the next 3 months based on this data. But like we agreed, first we need to check how my numbers are behaving. Is it a linear or exponential or a seasonality? So I'm going to select these numbers and I'm going to create a line chart to understand the behavior of my numbers. Let me zoom in for you guys. Check out here the ups and downs are happening at a regular frequency, and there is a regular pattern which is directly conveying me that these numbers are seasonal in nature. So I cannot use the linear, I cannot use the exponential. I need to go for the formula which handles all of them in one go, because there are spikes which is like exponential, there are linear growth, there are also seasonality. Is there something which can take care of all these three? Absolutely yes, and that's what forecast.ets can do for you. So let's zoom out and come back here and let's start writing the formula. The best part here is the forecast.ets does not need a time series column as long as your X is used as a date. So here you can see my X is given in the form of October 2025, but if you double click inside, it is simple date. The reason why I'm talking about this right now, but watch closely, when you write forecast.ets, the first input is target date. It's not X, it's target date. So I'm going to select, hey, this is the target date for which I want you to calculate. And remember, forecast.ets is not an array formula. You need to write that for the remaining data set. You can write for one and you can drag it down later. Comma, values are nothing but known Y's. So I'm going to select all these except the header. I'm going to make it constant, comma. Now timeline is nothing but the known X. So I'm going to select these excluding the header, make it constant, comma. Then the seasonality. Do you want the Excel to find that out for you? I would say that's a better option to go for it. So I'm going to leave it for the Excel to find it out, comma. The next one, hey, what do you want me to do if there are numbers missing in between? So if you do not have a number for a particular month, so what do you want to do that? So you do want to consider that as a 0, or do you want me to interpolate the number based on the previous numbers? So you do have options for it. I'm going to say, hey, I want you guys to take of interpolating it. Don't treat that as a 0. Come on. Now, when there is a distortion in your numbers, too much disturbance in your number, how do you want me to smooth out those distortions? Using the average approach, which is the most common approach when it comes to the predictions. Even if you don't feed average as default, so I'm going to say, why don't you take the average for removing the distortions in my numbers? So I'm going to close that and I'm going to hit enter, and that's my predicted number. So I'm going to drag that down to know what's my number for the other 2 months. So that's how you use the forecast.ets as a formula. But I told you that forecast.ets can also be used as a tool. So watch it closely. How I'm going to call this as a tool. I'm going to copy these values and paste it somewhere as values so that we can cross check the results of the tool and your formula. All right, so I've removed it. I'm going to come back out of the zoom. So I'm going to select this entire data set and watch closely where am I going to access the forecast.ets. After you selected the data set, go to the data tab. In the forecast group, you got forecast sheet. So when I click, it's going to ask me a few things here. You can customize few things here in this window. The first beautiful thing, it automatically creates a chart for you to show the seasonality, and you can see that the predictions have gone up to, the forecasting has gone up to 2027, which is completely customizable. I can click here, I can reduce the time period, and you will have an upper bound and lower bound, taking the errors also into considerations, the plus and minus of the predicted values. And the options here is nothing but what you got inside the formula. Remember, the interpolations are 0 for the missing numbers, and for the distortions, how do you handle it? Okay. Then the confidence intervals, all the other rest of things are something which is statistical part. Seasonality, I want Excel to detect it automatically. So I don't want to do anything over here. I want Excel to take care of it. Okay, so when I say create, it's going to create a new sheet with few things. Watch it. So when I click a new sheet, a forecast sheet got created for me, and along with my data sheet, this is my data sheet and this is my forecast sheet. Now if you come down, watch this. This is your predicted numbers. Okay, for November, December. Check out these numbers. I'm going to copy this. I come back here. I want to paste it just next to these values so you can cross check. So the forecast.ets formula and the value which came out of the forecast sheet was exactly the same. So you can use either one of them. And the best part, the formula which is used to get these numbers are forecast.ets, obviously. Then you might have a question, what are these two numbers then? It's nothing but the upper bound and the lower bound, which is plus or minus 5% of your predictions. Yeah. So that's what is being used and presented to you as a table. And if you want to see it as a table along with a visual, you can go for forecast sheet. Or if you want to have a pretty neat table at your end, simple values, then forecast.ets can be used as a formula. So the option is absolutely yours. Okay, so with which we have come to the end of the video. I've shown you in what are the forecasting options available right from 34, 35, 36, 37 video numbers. Okay, so do watch those videos again and again if you're not clear about it, and we will meet again with another interesting input on the Microsoft Excel world. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.